So Steve, I get this question a lot. What's better, the ELAC Uni-Fi UB5 bookshelf speaker or the Klipsch RP 600M bookshelf speaker? They're about the same price. The UB5 is $500 a pair. The 600M is $549 a pair. I do see the UB5 going for closer to $450 or so. So it may be cheaper, but I'm sure Klipsch has sales. So the prices are certainly close enough. Now the UB5 is a three-way speaker. It has a woofer, can't remember the size, and a concentric mid-range tweeter. So it's three drivers, tweet, mid, woof. And the Klipsch has just a woofer and a horn-loaded tweeter. And therein lies the big difference. The Klipsch, because it's a horn speaker and because of the way it's designed, is an extremely efficient speaker. I think it's 90 dB sensitivity. It'll play killer with 20 watts or 100 watts. It doesn't care. It's just happy with any watts you feed it. It doesn't seem to be very critical, although it gets better and better with better amps. But the UB5, on the other hand, is a power hog. It's a 4 ohm rated speaker. It sucks up power like crazy. If you don't have a receiver, well, unlikely, but a receiver or an amplifier with a 4 ohm power rating of at least, I would say, 150 watts, don't get the UB5 because it will be struggling. The amp will be struggling to drive the UB5. Given enough juice, high current, 4 ohm capability amplifier juice, yes, it's got incredible bass for a very small box. It's really clear, detailed, images really, really well. It's an amazing little speaker if you have the power to drive it well. If you don't, it sounds kind of lifeless, like just, it doesn't get up and boogie with a typical receiver. Not at all, in my opinion. Now, of course, the Klipsch, as I just pointed out, is happy with anything. I think I use it with a 5-watt tube amplifier. No problem. Of course, it plays louder with a bigger amp. But the Klipsch is all about dynamics and life. UB5, not so much. So if you want high energy music, if you like that, get a Klipsch. Now, the bass on the Klipsch is satisfying. I wouldn't say it's going to rock your world or anything. If you want dynamics from the Klipsch and bass, add a sub. That'll help. But just taken on their own, they're very opposite sounding speakers. The Klipsch is dynamic. The UB5 isn't terribly so. Even with power, it still doesn't have life. It doesn't like whack you. It just goes about its business. So they're very different sounding speakers and have different needs. Let's put it that way, right? So I would say, well, the 600M was my speaker of the year for 2018, and I'm still obviously really high on horn speakers of all types and sizes and prices. But I love ELAC speakers, designed by Andrew Jones. He's definitely one of my heroes. If you don't have that juice, I recommend going down a little bit in the ELAC line and getting the ELAC Debut B6.2, which is $300 a pair with more average type of electronics. That's a better speaker, in my opinion. Don't buy the UB5, just buy a B6.2, and I think that would be a better way to go. So I'm doing this video because this question seems to come up from time to time in comments and emails that I get from people. So the ELAC Uni-Fi UB5 versus Klipsch RP600M. What's better? How do they work? Well, now you know how I stand on that. And this is the Audiophiliac Daily Show, and it does come up daily. Please subscribe, please like, please share, do all that social media stuff. If you really enjoy these videos, I urge you strongly to check out my Patreon page, which can be found at www.patreon.com/audiophiliac. And I'll thank you in advance for that.